The VAPID Uranus LOZSPEED was released today in GT Online and for a price of 1.140,000. This car could be yours. Now, I do think the car's price is not too bad, seeing that GT Online is going that way for quite a bit of time. So you can't complain by now. You just have to get with it. So we're gonna speed through the customization here because honestly, customization is subjective, but I'm going to show you the options that are available on the car. I'm going to put some on there. I might leave some stock. It doesn't make sense if it doesn't appeal to me, or it doesn't make sense. For those who have played Grand Theft Auto before, you know that the Uranus is not 100% new. This car was in Grand Theft Auto 4 and earlier GTA models, but in this form factor and design, it was definitely in Grand Theft Auto 4. Now back to customization. I'm definitely going to choose the 750 exhaust. The old reliable, you can't go wrong. So for the hood, a bit of the rally package will, I feel like the rally package will close the hood, making it unable to be opened. So I'm not going to do that. I think let's leave it. Stock looks good. Ooh, these mirrors are so nice. Someone put in detail on this thing. Put some thought and care into it. You could tell. Definitely choose that. Now, should we do a cola plate to match the red? Or should we do sprunk just to throw it off? You know what? Never mind. Let's actually change that soon. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of the roll cages in this game. I've said that multiple times for those who have watched the channel before. But one thing about this car, it has a full-size back seat, but only has 2 doors. So it's this weird shape in the back. Look at it. I do like it, but it's still different. So, And now I don't want to put a spoiler on this thing, but I do recommend putting a spoiler just in case if I end up in a race. So this car does have double clutching enabled. So what that means is you could basically do a little trick and then the car will just take off in full boost. So, but when you have a spoiler on the car, it sometimes takes away from the dramaticness. Of course, you would want more traction, but if you're on the street, like I am most likely going to be in this video, it takes away from the whole dramatic effect. So now with the wheels that came on the car, you have tons of options. I'm pretty sure these were a newer set of wheels that the stock wheels came from, as you can see here. So we're going to choose something more time period correct, or also in that same time period, because the wheels on the car do look like they came out good. The sideways look good, and the chicane, I could put some Cosmos on the car.
You got great taste.
Sideways looks really good. And let's put some bulletproof tires. And finished. So after driving the car around in Freedom for a little bit, I am definitely an advocate of saying this thing is worth the money. Now the car reminds me of a older car that I have in my collection, which is the Annis Silvestra, but the comparison differs in the handling. For some reason, when I'm driving this car, if I were to take the wrong line through a corner, and if I were to take the wrong line through a corner, right, and I needed to correct that corner or correct that line or my path, I could be able to do that. Maybe that's an advantage. But if I were to take the correct line and I accidentally do something, sometimes I feel like the car will overshoot it. So basically add extra to what I'm putting in to the car, telling the car to do. Now maybe this will go away for more serious drivers in the racing scene in GTN line. But for me, I really do races unless I need to for a video. I've done my fair share. It's just the low speed is a bit sensitive, so just be careful. And if you throw it into a corner too hard without the right traction on the car, you could actually spin out. The finicky handling and no grip doesn't really work out well. Oh, look at that jet. Oh no. The number one reason why I don't do reviews in public lobbies, guys. You just saw it firsthand on the screen. But back to the low speed. While this jet is trying to blow me to smithereens. The low speed just needs a better setup. Maybe even off-road tires. You know, the traditional try-hard setup. Lowered sport suspension with off-roading tires and a big spoiler. So you should be fine, and you can tell that the car is flying through that little alleyway there. But imagine with that whole setup that I just described, you could actually tell that the car would perform really well. Now, me personally, I'm not going to do that. I despise how it looks on the car, the whole try-hard thing. The whole try-hard, as I just described, tires, suspension, and the wing. Ooh, that was a nice corner. So, for style, I do like how the car sits. And look, well, minus the damage, right? The car looks really good to me. I do like how it looks. But maybe you have to sacrifice a little bit for what you want. So if you want like a track monster, maybe, I'm pretty sure, because you know GTA's cooling rule is if the car just came out, it's most likely going to be faster than a car that came out previously. So you could go either aesthetic or performance, in my opinion. So I'm going to show you guys the engine model in the car, and the interior is made up from different cars. It's not necessarily unique to this one. So it's just the engine model that really calls my attention. As you can see, a standard Annis/VAPID inline 6 motor or engine model, and the interior is nothing special. It's pretty much passed around to a bunch of different cars. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the VAPID down below.